You know what? I'm going to try it. I don't trust it, but I'm going to try it. You get given steroids from the VA, okay? Are those steroids like 10,000 calorie shots? .89. $2,000 delta V. That's an engine plate, right? No, it's a regular engine. Okay. All right, let's go with the big boy. This has to yeet it up and out. I think I can do 2 of these with a mainsail. 2560 at 1.25. Good God. That's such a powerful engine. I love it. All right, we need to put some control wheels in this first part. I'm going to put 2. And then we're also going to give it some fins. Because we're going to be going hard. Fins, 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 fins. Maybe structural wings. Get ready to be yeeted. Something like that. Oh no! There we go. Three-man pod from Kerbal doing some rescue missions. We are putting on board none of these guys. None other than Chivo Seeker. Okay, let's go. This is going to be a hefty thing. It's going to take right on out. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going. $150 electric charge. We should be fine. And I think we have an alternator. Hi, Freaky V. Welcome in. I put some jerky in my mouth. How are you today, friend? How's your Sunday? I'm trying to eat my meal. I've been streaming for 8.5 hours and I haven't eaten yet today. So excuse me. I'm not a fan of eating while streaming. Freaky V, I don't know how to help you, man. Maybe someone in here in chat knows about it. Go get some dinner yourself. Awesome. What's for dinner? All right, next stage. Here we go. .92. Not bad. Fried bacon, potato, and eggs. We were just talking about bacon earlier. Enjoy, buddy. That sounds really good. Don't give up on KSP. Hey, look. We're doing orbital... Oh, wait. We're doing orbital rendezvous right now, buddy. I will walk you through the whole thing. I'll walk you through the whole thing, man, I promise. If you just want to sit tight and hang out in today's stream. We have to dock 2 vessels around the Mun. I remember I have to save a Kerbal around Kerbin and then dock 2 vessels around the Mun. So we're doing 2 rendezvous with this 1 ship. So by all means, come in here and hang out. I'll try to walk you through as much as possible, okay? There's still hope. Yeah, Chivo. Okay. I'll walk you through it all, buddy. I'll walk you through it all. So if you've got yourself about 20 to 30 minutes, let me know and we'll get the process started. Bye, Super Cat. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm floating. Freaky V, I'll show you what to do. I will get you there. What's the closest that you get them? 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers? It requires some finesse when you get super duper close. And I can walk you through that, no problem. 2 kilometers once? All right, I'll show you. Elevile, I'll walk him through it. It's easier showing than it is saying. Or it's easier said than done. Well, Freaky V, we're doing 2 rendezvous right now. We're saving a Kerbal around Kerbin, and then we're going to the Mun, and we're attaching to a ship around the Mun. And I will walk you through. We'll F5. We'll do it multiple times. You can ask questions and everything, okay? I got you. Just make sure you're giving me your attention during the process, okay? Otherwise, I'm wasting my time. You're here? Okay. So obviously, first things first is get into orbit. We're working on that right now. We're a little low, but we're fine. We're out of the soup. So 0.95 should be enough TWR to get us around. We got enough Delta V too. We only need like 900 to get around. We have 1900. The last stage has 22, so we're probably going to use this first stage to catch the first guy. Hafnium, congrats. Welcome in. Go Packers. It rhymes with smofnium or smafnium. Is it hafnium? Nope, good job. Okay, we're almost in orbit. And now I'll show you everything, Freaky. You will be a professional here very soon. Hafnium, a lot of people went AFK to go make dinner and everything else. You have to wait till they trickle back in. But there might be some people here. It's about that time for foods, you know? You don't need more buttons, Freaky V. You're talking about here? We're not going to use those buttons. I won't use them. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I won't use them. I won't use them. Here, I'm going to leave myself there the whole rest of the time, okay? So, you can only rendezvous safely with a ship around the same parent. By that I mean you have to be orbiting the same thing. Tiny Tank, welcome in. If I'm here and I want to rendezvous with a ship around the Mun, I can't do it from here. I have to get around the Mun first, okay? So make sure you and the thing you're trying to catch have this are orbiting the same thing. There's Gilfrey's pod. It's orbiting Kerbal. We're setting it as a target, okay? After you set it as a target, the first thing you need to do is fix your ascending and descending node, all right? I'm going to F5 right here. Your ascending and descending node needs to be 0. So do that first. So we're gonna warp. We're gonna set up a maneuver at the ascending node. Add maneuver. Then go over here and click this, the graphical maneuver editor, and do your maneuver from here. Don't do it from there. You'll pull too hard. Okay. Turn the scale down. Right click on the descending node. That way you can see that number. And then work on it. Click or pull, whatever you want to do, and get it to 0. You do that. Okay. Well, we're gonna do it right now. So we're gonna aim ourselves at anti-normal. And for this, since it's such small little burns, I'm actually gonna turn the engine down. We're turning the engine all the way down to like 10%. Because we're doing very precise burns, so you want to make sure that you burn for a long time. That way you can be as precise as possible. All right? Okay. So we're aimed at the reticule for the burn. We're going to warp there. 3, 2, 1. All right. We'll go a little more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then here we go. So while that burns, keep yourself aimed. Sometimes it keeps you there, sometimes it moves around. In the last like 5 to 10 delta V, it's gonna go away. Don't follow it, don't care. Keep yourself in the same spot. It moving is just what the computer does because it reads it in a whole different way. Just hold yourself there. Make sure you're being held there. 0. Okay, you're done. Now, check your ascending descending node. 0. Perfect. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure your orbit is a little different than your target's orbit. You want to be a little higher or a little lower. That way you move faster or slower than them. So we're going to aim prograde. And we're going to burn just a little bit. Just enough to make some noise. Okay? There, you can see the blue and yellow separate. We're good. I'm now going to go in front of the ship just a little bit. Add a maneuver. And I'm going to go back to this tool. And I'm going to click Orbit Plus. Until these things touch. Plus, 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 plus. Boom. See how close we are? We're 10.4 kilometers apart. Now, you can make an adjustment here to get closer, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you the raw way to do it, okay? So now we have a rendezvous in like 4 hours and 9 minutes. So I'm going to warp to the next maneuver. It's going to move us 3.5 hours in the future. Is there any questions so far, or is this all kosher? Everything's good so far? I'm waiting on you. Tiny tank? Yeah, it's on purpose, my friend. I wore a lime green shirt. You can, Freaky V, but what's up right now? I want you here. You can't watch YouTube videos and learn. I'm showing you right here, right now. You're gonna stick with me the whole way or no way? You're here. Okay. Are you okay so far with this? Everything's good so far? Don't have any questions or anything? The last part, I kind of lost you. Why? Here, let me see what my last autosave was. It was a little bit ago. Here, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Let me try something different real fast. Let me burn real fast. No, I'm going to show you exactly what I wanted to show you before. You hold on. Okay, so no, here's what I'm going to show you. If your orbit, you want your orbit to be different than the orbit of the craft you're trying to rendezvous in the beginning. All right? And then you want to line these guys up. If you're off, one's going to go faster than the other one. And eventually, you're going to line up. So that's what you want to do first. So we're going to click ahead of ourselves. We're going to add a maneuver. But we're not going to make any pushes or pulls. Okay, well, I'm just going to show you. You said I lost you in this part, so I'm going to get you on this part. This means next orbit. Go one more orbit forward. So this increases the time to 34 minutes. An hour. Because it takes half an hour to go around Kerbal. And if you notice, this is where we're going to be. This is where they're going to be. The arrow facing down is you. The arrow pointing up is them. Orange is the first rendezvous. Pink is the second one. We don't have a second. All we have is the one. So we're going to advance our orbit 30 minutes, and you can see every time we go around, that one ship is getting closer. You see how each time we orbit again, it gets closer, orbit again, it gets closer, orbit again, it gets closer, until we finally meet up, roughly, okay? Now, since we're a little off, you can actually grab and pull this a little bit. And if you see something that works, I went retrograde just a little bit, and retrograde lined us up. Does that make, have I lost you, or does that make sense too? So right at this point in 1 day, 4 hours and 21 minutes, we will be 3.5 kilometers apart. Does that make sense? But we have to make a 10.8. We're good now. Okay, I got to make a 10.8 delta V burn. So we're going to fast forward a day and 2 hours. It's going to go around. Now we're here. I'm going to aim ourselves at the reticule. Right here. And in 40 seconds, we're going to burn, okay? So we're facing exactly where we need to face. We're going to advance 30 seconds. And now we're going to burn. It's a 7-second burn. Start. It's true retrograde. I'm not using the buttons because you said I had too many. I'm not using them, okay? I'm not using them. 0. We're done. Now look. We're going to be 3.5 kilometers away. We are now going to warp to this point. All right? We're warping to this point. At this time, you're going to take this nav ball and you're going to change it to target. This is where you change it to target, because you are going to be focused on the target for the rest of the time. And from here on out, everything you do is the exact same over and over and over and over again. All right? So what you do first is you bring your speed. This is, no, I'm not going to use the buttons. This is the speed that you are going in comparison to your target. So the first thing you do is you make it 0. You don't look at anything else. When you're close to your arrow, make it 0. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get as close to 0 as possible. You're not going to get right on 0. And then turn and aim at your target and burn. And while you're burning, watch your arrow. Right click on it. That way it shows it right there. And watch it. I'm going to show you something really neat. You're going to watch it spin back around and get in front of you, and you're going to watch that 3.5 kilometers get smaller. Watch. 3.4, 3.3, 3.2, 2.8, 2.7. See this? I'm going to stop it at 1 kilometer. We can go closer, but I'm going to stop it at 1 kilometer. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to warp to where we get close to our rendezvous. We're going to make sure we're on target. We're going to turn retrograde to target because you want to slow down. So you aim retrograde to your target. And then you burn when you're close to hit 0. Okay? So we're going to do it again. We have a second rendezvous also, so if you need refreshers, we'll walk through the whole thing again. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer. I'm going to go ahead and hit the gas now. Here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 0.1, okay? So now we're a kilometer apart. I'm going to turn and aim at target again. We're not finished, because I want to get closer. So we're going to turn and aim at target, and we're going to burn again. We haven't left map mode yet. We are still in map mode. I'm going to burn just a little bit. You see how it's pushing further away? It's because we're getting more and more close. So watch it. 7, 5, 4, 3, 300 meters. So now we're going to be 300 meters away in 3 minutes. You know what you do at that point? You warp, you go retrograde to target, and you kill your speed. So you watch. We're going to do it again. And then once you're within 1 kilometer, this is when you leave map mode, okay? So we're retrograde to target. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds. We're going to warp just a little bit and get a little closer. And we're going to kill our speed. Ready? 3, 2, 1, 0, there. We're going 0.1 different than our target. You want to know where it's at? It's right there. 257 meters away. Now, you're probably asking, what do I do at this point? I'm so close. You do the same thing again. You burn to target. Only go to 1 meter a second. Let it come to you. Warp a little bit if you want to. See how it's getting closer? Closer and closer and closer and closer. This is where you lose it, but you're going too fast. Don't go too fast. 1 meter a second is fast enough. If you see it going past you and counting back up, reset it. Turn retrograde to target, burn to stop, turn at it, burn again. It's literally the same thing over and over and over again. So watch. Let's pretend like it went past you and you got to catch it. So what you're going to do is you're going to burn right here. We're going to burn a little bit. 0. We're going the same exact speed. We are both going 2,280.5 meters a second around Kerbal. So back to target. Face target. And you want to go so slow. You want to go as slow as you can. And if you get these lit up, these don't light up until you're going 1 meter a second. That's why I say go 1 meter a second, because that's nothing. See that? They lit up. When you get those, it's a godsend. So then you get closer.